Okay, so we're just going to go through a quick video on one thing that you certainly need to have on your gym journey. Now, it's not anything to do with pre-workout scoops, it's nothing to do with protein shakes, it's not a certain workout, it's not a certain vest type or pair of trainers, it's not anything like that. The most important thing that you need on your gym journey is direction. Okay, so for direction, you need to have a plan. For plan, you need to have some goals. See, I'm just going to let you in on a few of the goals that I've set for me. So by June the 30th, my goals are, I've set 5. So I've set a body goal, so that's to hit 14 stone. So I'm about 14.10 now. And I've got 4 other goals, which are performance-based goals. So these are goals that are going to help me get to that 14 stone. So my first goal, performance, is to do 1,000 burpees in one go. Now I know that sounds a lot, but each week, if you've been following us online, we started off with 300, 400, 500, 600, and tomorrow we're going to be doing 700 burpees live on Facebook. So 1,000 burpees, that's one of my goals. My next goal is to run a 5-kilometer run at 19 minutes on the gym treadmill. So that's very specific, okay? I've also got a bench press goal, because when you are dieting, which I am, to get down to 14 stone, one of the key areas is to maintain your muscle mass. Because if you diet, if you restrict your calories loads and you stop weight training or you don't do any weight training, what you will end up doing is you'll end up losing a lot of muscle mass. So muscle is one of the biggest things that affects your metabolism. So not only will your weight drop, but your metabolism will drop. So then when you go off the diet, when you go off it, and then you come back to your normal living, because your metabolic rate has dropped, what you were eating to maintain your weight before the diet, once you go back to that, will start putting on weight. So that's why people who do yo-yo diets tend to rebound, and you probably know a lot of people that do that. What was my other goal? So I had 14 stone, 1,000 burpees. Oh, the bench press. Yeah, so I've got to do 100 kilos 20 times without stopping. So, and these might sound like big goals, okay? They are big goals. But who gets excited by little shitty goals? I need goals that are going to stretch my imagination, see what I'm capable of. I don't really want to put limits on myself. I want to see it. Far too many people around you, whether it's your friends, your colleagues, your family, they put limitations on what you're capable of. And I just think that's bullshit. I think most things can be achieved as long as you've got the correct time frame. The problem is, like with weight loss and stuff like that, people put too short of a time frame on it, and it was never going to be achievable in the first place. And my last goal is to do 160 kilo squat. So I'm just starting to squat again. So you can see there, I've got five goals. So what that does in my training is it makes it purposeful. Because a lot of people come to the gym and all they do is they do a little bit of what they fancy that day, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, no direction. With regards to direction, think about it. If you want to go, so say for example you live in Rhyl, sunny Rhyl, and you want to go and visit a place in Scotland that you've never ever been to before, would you get into your car with no map, no sat-nav, no support and no plan and just start driving? Now, if you wanted to make life massively hard for yourself, that's probably what you might do. But what you do is you look it up on Google Maps, you probably get a sat nav. So all these type of things to make your journey easier so that you know you're going to arrive at the destination. So with a sat nav, even if you go off course, it redirects you back onto another course, but you still end up in your destination. So like with your gym journey, it might not always go perfect, but when you've got a plan and structure, you'll always go back on track. So the biggest thing that I feel that a lot of you need is some goals, some direction. And the reason why I feel like a lot of people don't set goals. I had this conversation with one of my friends, I'll call him a friend, earlier on today, because he has no goals. He has no direction, yet he's putting in the effort in the gym, he's training hard, but he has no outcome. So he's like a jack of all trades, master of none. So he's not actually specifically aiming for something. And if you haven't got a goal with a deadline that applies some pressure and urgency, how are you going to make your gym workout effective, and how are you going to get the intensity up if there is no deadline, no urgency and no goals? So I reckon people that walk through my gym door, I would go along the lines of saying at least 85% of people that walk through my gym doors have no written goals, no structure, no plans. I think that people that join the gym spend more time writing their shopping list than they do setting goals for their body. Or they spend more time planning their Saturday night out than they do for their body for the year. Now, it's proven that people are 95% more likely to be successful if you've got structure, goals and a plan. That shouldn't sound crazy to you. That should sound like, yeah, because things will work better with a plan and structure. So if you know that 95% of people are more successful with a plan, I'm not saying that they will definitely hit their goals, but they'll certainly get closer than with not having them. Why the fuck haven't you got any goals? And the safest thing to do is to not have any goals, because then you don't apply any pressure to yourself, you don't make people aware of your goals, but along with that, you don't improve. Nothing improves. You just float along. Now, if you get excited by floating along and not really improving and not moving forwards, then cool, don't set goals. But if you, because a lot of people walk through my gym doors and they tell me that they want to change their lives, they're sick of where they're currently at and they want to go to another place. So they want to get out of this comfort zone into another zone. But they're still doing everything, all their activities that are comfortable and convenient. Now, if you want to produce amazing results, you have to put in amazing effort. And to put in amazing effort, you have to have an amazing plan. And it all starts with because for a lot of you, you're better off just stopping what you're doing. Don't go to the gym session that you're planning on going to tonight, and just sit down with a piece of paper and write down, in the next 90 days, I want to achieve boom, 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 boom. 4 goals. And they've got to be specific. Because a lot of your goals are fluffy and they're fucking too small, they don't get you excited. Do you know what I mean? It's like me setting a goal saying, okay, by the end of 2017, I want to have lost 2 pounds. Now, that's not fucking exciting at all. Because I know that I could lose 2 pounds in a week if I wanted to. So there's no real urgency to it. I'm not really excited about it. So I'd probably leave that goal to a week before the end of the year, and I could still achieve that goal. So the goals you need to set are something that fills the time frame. But like I said, it's so easy to not set goals and pretend that you're not interested in setting goals and pretend that you're happy with where you are, because no one's happy. Everybody always wants more, and everyone can always improve in some area. And like I said, we start doing stupid shit when we become complacent and comfortable. So, and we always feel good when we see progression. That's when we feel motivated. That's when we get that buzz. So, if you want to make the most out of your journey, you need to set a plan. So, in the next 90 days, don't look any further than 90 days. In the next 90 days, starting from June the 1st, so you've got what, 7 days to write June, July, August. So by the end of August, I want to have achieved X, Y, and Z. And put goals in different areas. Don't just put goals in your body. So you can put goals in your body, you can put goals in your work life, you can put goals in your relationship, you can put financial goals. It just gets you excited. It gets you, because some of us don't seem to have a purpose about what we're doing. So goals get you excited, but don't just have goals, write them down and don't tell anyone about it. Because if you don't tell anyone about it and you fail, then you just keep it to yourself. Again, it's all safe, hush hush. Make people aware of it. Why should you make people aware of it? Because it applies pressure. And not all pressure is bad. Pressure and urgency make you do the work. So what I suggest is you go away, write some goals, get a plan together, and then take action. Not the other way round. Coming into a gym, taking action with no goals and no fucking idea about what you're doing. So hopefully this has helped you, but it'll only help you if you actually do something. If you just think, oh yeah, that sounds right, and do fuck all, then what was the point of you listening and agreeing with what I'm saying? Big goals require big action. Big action usually requires big sacrifices. Okay? You have to sacrifice what you are for what you want to become. Okay? So write down some goals.